Hey guys, it's BB and we're back with more Kindred Spirits on the roof. Last time we left off we were about to play as Sachi-san, so let's do that. Tomorrow, on Saturday, June will be over. I've never had any use for calendars since becoming a ghost, but this last day of June is an exception. For me and Megumi, it's a special day. It's the day Megumi became a ghost and appeared before me, the day my existence as a solitary spirit came to an end, and the day I gained a beloved, adorable sweetheart. The rainy season hasn't ended yet, but the sky was very clear today. There were a few obnoxious clouds, but the sun still shone through the fairly overcast summer sky. The temperature must have been fairly comfortable as well. For the first time in a while, girls were bringing up their lunches in liveliness to the roof. Yuna-san had come too. It had been a while since we'd spoken with her like that, with Megumi and I on either side of her. I wonder if Sasa-san managed to confess. That was the result of our most recent assistance. Umi-chan, Sasa-chan and Nana-chan, the three who were always together. Sasa-chan had been wanting to confess to Umi-chan, and she had gotten a perfect opportunity. Yuna-san had succeeded in holding Nana-chan back to give the two of them time alone. She had been humble, saying she hadn't done anything herself, but she had certainly tried. And thanks to her efforts, the two of them had left the school huddled together under one umbrella. I wonder what they spoke about on their way home. I have no idea, of course, since I can't leave the grounds. Though I would like to think she did. I saw the three of them on Monday, at the beginning of the week. They were all together like usual, of course. I felt something different in Sasa-chan's heart. Amid the same captivation she felt for Umi, there was a new sense of security. And she paid even more attention to Umi-chan than before. I could tell that Sasa would watch carefully whenever Umi-chan said or did anything. And I sensed a faint love inside of Umi-chan's heart as well. I could tell Sasa-chan was holding a bit more of her attention too. I hope it goes well for them. Yeah. Yuna-san responded shortly as she ate her lunch. I really do think Yuna-san is working quite hard for us. Listening to the request of two spirits like us, the girl who used to eat lunch all alone on this roof, it seemed as though she expected she wouldn't want to do these sorts of things. Yet, after agreeing to help us, she's been thinking and acting much more than the two of us have. Yuna-san herself probably hasn't realised, no, won't admit it, but when she's working to help these girls, there's a definite vitality to her. Occasionally, she seems to realise that and worry. No, waver? Hesitate? Her feelings seem to sway. But there are fluctuations in her heart that I never sensed before when she ate alone on this roof. I have to admit I enjoy seeing those changes a little, and I wonder what causes Yuna-san to waver like that. I'm a little curious. I wonder if she'll tell us about it at some point. As for Miki-chan and Maki-chan, something seems to have happened between them. Really? Yes, they appear to be working together after school as usual, but they don't go to their hideout at all anymore. So did they fight or something? Things don't seem to be that bad between them, but they may be in a predicament. It's the same for Kiri-chan and Sakuyo-sensei. It doesn't seem to be going well for them either. Right. I don't expect every girl's love story to have a happy ending. Many girls at this school have had their stories end in rejection. I've also watched girls whose relationships never progressed beyond friendship. However, things are different from how they used to be, when I could only watch. Now I can give those girls a little bit of a push. I can mend some of their misunderstandings. Now we have Yuna-san, who can help us accomplish these things. We've also found another girl. Again? Yes, a girl who's found love for another girl. This one's a bit of an odd case. I can sense her feelings through the small conversations she has every morning. It's another girl in the same year as you, Yuna-san. Her name is Koba-san. Do you know her? Koba? What? What? You mean Koba Yoka? Oh, you do know her. Are you friends? You're right, it's Koba Yoka-chan. What? She's in love with a girl? Huh, but... Oh, you already knew. That's right, she runs to school at the very last minute every morning. I wonder why. Also, she can have a brief conversation with the girl in the disciplinary committee, who stands at the gate. Ah, I see where this is going. I'm sure it felt love from her during those conversations. Huh, I see. Yuna-san seems to know Yoka-chan, but she's quite surprised. I wonder why. It could be surprising to find out someone you know is in love with a girl, though it seemed to be a different sort of surprise. I suppose I don't need to inquire about that just now. There's something much more important to do today after all. Why don't we leave it at that for today? Right, Megumi? Oh, yes, Sachi-san. Megumi had left the whole conversation to Yuna and me. She hadn't said a word but kept her eyes fixed in my direction the whole time. It had looked like she had a few things she wanted to say. I knew the reason for Megumi's disposition, and I knew that it was my fault. I'm sorry, Megumi. I wanted to properly apologize to her, and to do that, I wanted to give her something of a gift. Megumi? I quietly went to Megumi's side. Huh? And I embraced her. There was none of her weight in my arms, of course, but I tried to emulate a gentle hug. I'm sorry, Megumi. It's not that I hadn't realized it. I remember about June 30th. Oh! It's the day I gained a wonderful partner in love. Oh, Sachi-san! Megumi had shook in my arms. Her brown wavy hair swayed. Her voice wavered unsteadily. I got a little ahead of myself with Yuna-san, because I was excited to have a new friend. I was having so much fun. I was so excited, knowing I'd finally be able to do something for the girls in love at this school. I was so happy to be able to help them with Yuna-san. But it appears as if I made you uneasy. Megumi, I'm sorry. I didn't say anything about tomorrow up until now. Sachi-san, I was really worried that you might have forgotten, Sachi-san. I'm so glad you remembered. I really am. Could you forgive me, Megumi? As an apology, I have a little gift for you. Huh? Yuna-san, could you... Right, here you are. Yuna-san opened up a paper bag she'd brought, separate from her lunch bag. And she removed from it 2 delicious-looking cupcakes, wrapped in clear cellophane and tied with ribbons. They were baked a beautiful golden brown. Huh, this is... I asked Yuna-san to make them for you. It's not something I could make on my own, but I wanted to give you some kind of gift. Sachi-san. Oh, don't cry. Do you like them, Megumi? Yes, I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm glad. I thanked Yuna-san and moved my hand as if to stroke Megumi's hair and keep the tears from her eyes. Thank you, Yuna-san. And I'm sorry, you went to all that trouble to bake them for us, but we can't eat them. Oh no, I'll take them home and make an offering of them, then eat them. Yes, please do. Will she put them on a household altar? It's not as if we'll be there, but I suppose I'm happy for the thought. Do you need... You don't need to help us with anything after school today. Go ahead and take it easy. Alright, I will. Please do, for this weekend. I'd like to spend it with Megumi after all. And lunch ended, and Yuna-san returned to her classroom. Afternoon classes began and ended, and the school came to a close. And after everyone left the school, before the sunset, Megumi and I wandered all over the school, to the places we could both go together. Holding hands, discussing all sorts of things, we reminisced at each location about whatever we talked about and done there. And night. The clouds were thicker than they had been that noon, but the stars still poked through the night sky between them. I was sitting on the bench where Yuna-san usually eats her lunch. Megumi's head lay on my lap. She was lying on the bench, her eyes closed and at ease. Even with Megumi's head against me, I didn't feel its weight. My perch on the bench was its own illusion too. Every so often I would comb my fingers through Megumi's hair, or pat her head, or lay my hand on her shoulder. But it wasn't as if I felt anything. I was merely placing my hand on Megumi's hair, or head, or shoulder, and moving my fingers. Yet, I was sure I felt it, Megumi's body heat, her warmth, and the fluffy sensation of her hair. I was sure of the feeling anyway, that the two of us were ghosts, wholly unable to touch, merely holding our bodies close. None of that mattered. Megumi? I could hear her quiet and steady breathing. Was she sleeping? We did a lot of walking today, but our bodies were ghostly, so we don't feel fatigue. We shouldn't have felt it, but we still seemed weighed by a sense of contentment and a desire to rest. I wonder if Megumi felt the same way, or if some of the anxiety I caused her had faded, and she was instead feeling relaxed. Megumi? I called her name once more, my adorable, beloved sweetheart. I'm so sorry for causing you so much anxiety. Thanks to Yuna-san, there have even been changes occurring in our own quiet relationship. The two of us used to only be able to wander the school and observe, but that has definitely changed. I'm happy for that change. I've gained a new friend, and there are no longer days of feeling powerless. Ever since we started helping those girls with Yuna-san, every day has been fun for me. I'm so sorry I didn't realize. But that caused Megumi anxiety, and I'm sorry it took me so long to notice that you weren't feeling well. On that day when you became a ghost and appeared before me, I was truly surprised, and I was surprised at the first words you said to me too. I was happy. I still remember it now. She was a girl. I only knew by the moments our eyes met. She had suddenly become a spirit, appeared before me, and right then confessed her love. You told me you loved me, and I accepted that. And afterward, as I spent time with Megumi, I fell more and more in love with her. She's cute and a little jealous, and she loves me with all her might. She works to earn my love for her as well. I find those parts of her charming and precious. Megumi, who sleeps on my lap. I want to stay like this forever. I would happily let this moment last for eternity. But I want to touch you more certainly, so that the feel of you would remain in my fingers. Because you feel so strongly for me. Because you admire me so much. Because you entrust so much of your heart to me. Megumi, My dear, my love, I want to tell you that I love you more. I want to let you know. I want to be the best lover that I can be for you. But I'm so sorry, Megumi. I do nothing but lie. What? What? Has she been lying to Megumi this whole time? That she loved her? Shit! I don't know what to say. Oh, but at least we have some new stories. My troublesome friends. So that's gonna be Naina. So it was love. Okay, that's Kiri. And that one will be... I'm in love with a demon gate guard. Oh my gosh. Okay, wow, that... I was not expecting Sachi-san to come out and say that. I hope this is just, you know, plot drama and that's it, because I feel so sorry for Megumi. I'm gonna leave it here for now. I will oh god, that's... I can't get over that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here for now. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye bye!